And we're speaking to Shaun Keegan, the CEO and founder of Solar Landscape. And Shaun has brought some wonderful programs to the township. But first, I think it might be a good idea to do an overall of why we're spending so much time and energy trying to get renewable energy, and especially solar.
Sure, yeah. So as part of Governor Murphy's Energy Master Plan, the goal is for the state to reach 100% renewables by 2050, which is one of the most ambitious goals in the country. And it also it really goes along with the goals on the federal level from the administration, from the Biden administration. And I think even as of this morning, I was reading about infrastructure legislation that they're going to try to get passed. And
that would be great.
Yeah, exactly. So it's in order to get to that level of renewable penetration in the grid, we need support from the federal and local level. Mm-hmm. And New Jersey's been one of the strongest supporters over the past 15 years in the transition. And it all comes down to the environment and climate change. And so one of the major contributors is the electric generation industry. So fossil fuels, natural gas, and coal put out a lot of harmful emissions. When you're driving up the turnpike and you see those big cogen plants around Linden, and that's all contributing to global to climate change. So the goal is to put more solar on the grid and start to move away from traditional fossil fuels and towards renewables. Mm-hmm.
And you have a business that actually could help with that.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, so
we have a little bit of time, so if you want to start from the beginning, how you came up with this idea and what's happening and the BPU involvement and all that.
Sure, yeah, I'll kind of lay it out there. So we got our start about 10 years ago. We're called Solar Landscape. We're based in Asbury Park. I'm from Monmouth County. My partner and I started the company building commercial solar panel systems around the state just about 10 years ago. And over the years, we've evolved from a builder and a constructor, where we're actually doing all the installation work, into developer, where we go out and plan projects and basically create them in order to facilitate putting more solar panels up on rooftop and underutilized land. So we don't do greenfield development. We don't do any of the large farmlands. Thanks. Yeah, I agreed. From a policy perspective, I think that's not what we want to be doing as a state. We want to preserve the farmlands and what makes New Jersey beautiful. So what our company focuses on is mostly industrial rooftop. So we go out and rent giant warehouses like you see up and down the turnpike, big box warehouses that are popping up. We give those landlords a rent payment, and then we basically put our solar panels up there, and we pump the energy into the grid, and then we actually sell it to folks who live in the area, within the municipality or the adjacent municipality. So part of the reason we began talking a couple, I guess 2 years or so ago now, was that we have some really large warehouses in Perth Amboy, about 700,000 square feet, so 20,000 solar panels or so that we have installed in Perth Amboy, and we're able to sell electricity to the folks in Woodbridge. So what that really entails, and this is part of community solar, and what that entails is basically folks can go to gosolarlandscape.com and sign up for a community solar project. And if they do so, they'll save at least 10% on their electric bill. Certain folks will save 15% or even 20%, and we'll get into what differentiates the savings. But what's really cool about the program is it's guaranteed savings. You can't lose money. It's not like third-party energy where they can change the rate on you. It's just whatever you would have paid the utility, instead you pay us at a discount of 10 to 20%. And it's a brand new program, and it's really unlocking the potential of solar for a lot who were previously shut out, because you could be a renter. You don't have to own a home. You don't have to have good credit. You can just sign up for a community solar project and know that your energy is being sourced from a renewable source rather than from fossil fuels.
And that's part of this that was so attractive to us here in Woodbridge, because your market is, of course, everybody.
Yep.
But then there's a certain percentage. What's the percentage?
Sure. So as part of the state's, I guess when they set up the program for community solar, they had a very ambitious goal to benefit low and moderate income people. And so 51% of the electricity that we generate has to be sold to low and moderate income folks, which the moderate income threshold is higher than you might think. It's over 100,000 for a family of 4. So it's working class families really, and and we're able to basically have them sign up and save money just for enrolling in the program.
Right. So just to make it even more clear, if you
thanks.
live in an apartment, you can be part of this program and you can be using renewable energy.
Exactly.
If you don't have a large income and the reason why you didn't get solar was because you couldn't afford to do it, you now can. So in my mind, the benefit is more about being able to use renewable than the money savings, because the money savings are good, 10% is good, but that's not a motivator. The motivator is for people who want to do the right thing and help the environment. And we'll be working once we start this program, we'll be working together to market it, to identify the folks who want to use it. And you want to talk a little bit about the outreach?
Yeah, sure. So right now we actually have some projects that are live in Perth Amboy.
Right.
Folks can go to Solar Landscape, and I agree with what you said. I think a lot of the motivator behind what we do and the folks who sign up for our community solar gardens is the green aspect. So the savings on a typical electric bill, let's say you're paying $100 a month, you're going to save $10 to $20 a month, which isn't going to change much. But it is significant. I mean, it's your Netflix subscription. It's whatever costs 10 to 20 a month for you, right? So there's monetary savings, but really on the green side is super important that people get behind this. And from an outreach perspective, what we're doing is we've partnered with some local organizations. And nonprofit groups to try to reach their constituents.
That's great.
And then we also had a lot of support from the state government. Governor Murphy came out and announced the ribbon cutting of our very first project, which was in Perth Amboy.
That's great.
We had local politicians come out and basically pledge their support.
We're not used to being second after Perth Amboy. We're usually first, but we'll be there. So I just want to talk about one more thing, because we're running out of time, and this is important. The job training opportunities that you offer.
Sure. Yeah. So this is really important to us as a company, and it really speaks to kind of our background and what we believe in. So we got our start as a contractor. We still employ a little over 50 installers and electricians full time. And these are W-2 full-time jobs. They're not temporary labor jobs. And we've started and ran, and now we have successfully run a jobs training program where anyone can enroll. During COVID, we went to an online training program, which is still available. You can sign up. It's a 40-hour course. You'll get a certificate in solar installation, and then we'll actually do some in-the-field training and some job placement. So we're able to hire, a few, per quarter. It's not a ton of people that we hire because, again, we're focused on permanent full-time jobs. We also have a network of subcontractors and folks we know in the industry. So we have a full-time person. Who actually does job placement. So we do outreach to our friendly competitors and or subcontractors and get people jobs in solar, which if you just Google the fastest growing jobs in the country, solar's been in the top for the past 10 years. So
and I think we already have it on our website.
Awesome. Cool.
So hopefully people are signing up.
Yeah.
So this went so fast. But we are so excited about having you as a partner with Greenable Woodbridge.
Likewise.
And thank you for coming here today. And I'll let you know. You'll let me know when we can start signing everybody up and get going.
So we have several projects coming to Woodbridge that are on giant warehouses.
We got plenty of warehouses, lots of roofs for you.
That's our ideal candidate. And Woodbridge has been a great partner, and looking forward to getting the townspeople sign up and passing the benefits along.
Well, thank you for coming, and thank you for helping us be more renewable.
Right on.
Thank you for watching and being part of the excitement and part of the change.